But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he gave the ultimate sacrifice, fighting for the equality for African Americans, those who are disenfranchised, or just people in general, but particularly in the Black experience.
I remember Dr. King for the wonderful person that he was, the Christian that he was, the love and brotherhood that he preached about.
And he taught us that civil protests and actually fighting for something that you believe in can actually work, and it can change things around us.
I think one of the things that marked Martin Luther King's contribution, his ability to activate and agitate people to become active, is the fact that he had an understanding, a connection with all peoples.
Me as an immigrant, migrated from Jamaica here, his inspiration is just something that we will never, ever be able to forgotten.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
When the city of Miramar takes the time to pause to recognize his sacrifice, which resonates throughout not just America, but the world. Martin Luther King serves as a beacon of hope.
He believed in that unity and the strength in that unity. So I think that is so appropriate for the city of Miramar because of our diversity.
The diversity here is huge, and as a city of so much minority, and it's extremely important to celebrate that.
Every ethnic group in this country was represented in those marches, and for that reason alone, I think the fact that we live in a municipality that is as multi-ethnic as ours is, all the more good.
And we want folks to know who live here, that raise their children here, wherever they're from, and they've come to live in Miramar, that we recognize the contributions of Dr. Martin Luther King.
But we must see that the struggle today is much more difficult. It's more difficult today because we are struggling now for genuine equality. And it's much easier to integrate a lunch counter than it is to guarantee a livable income and a good, solid job. It's much easier to guarantee the right to vote than it is to guarantee the right to live in sanitary, decent housing conditions.
I would love to hear what he would say in terms of, are we really living up to the dream and the promise of America as he envisioned? And would he see that his sacrifice was worth it?
Tell me, did we mess up, or have we even started to fulfill that dream that you envisioned for us so long ago?
He really gave hope to so many, and he gave so much encouragement to so many during a period of time that was so difficult.
And I would tell him that we have made some progress, but we have not gone far enough.
But it's always good to reflect on our history so that a lot of those things are not repeated and we don't go down those same roads, and our children and our children's children will know what it took for us to get here.
Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for putting himself last and a nation first.
And I've seen the promised land. with you. But I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.